Grayson County and Adair County getting ready to get underway here from the Cougar Den. These two teams have a historic history despite only meeting 3 times in the history. In fact, Grayson County's only won it once. But we'd have to go back to 2009 where the Cougars won in the Sweet 16. And a good evening and welcome here to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105. Sam Gormley here with you. This is the Locker Room Show on K105. Coming up on the Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to both the Grayson County Cougars and the Indians of Adair County. We'll give you the starting lineups and we'll talk to the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Travis Johnston. Not only just that, but the leading scorer when these two schools matched up in the Sweet 16 back in 2009. That comes up and a whole lot more coming up on the Locker Room Show as this is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, backpack kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit Talk About Vaping.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County and Adair County getting ready to match up. These two teams have played only 3 times in the history of the two programs. 2005 at Edmonson County. Adair County won that one 50-43. In 2009 at Rupp Arena, Grayson County won 45-33. And in 2013 at LaRue County, and it was Adair County with a 67-53 win. As they always say, that was then and this is now. And it's 2 different teams. Adair County with a record of 6-2. They defeated Glasgow last night 76-74. The players you'll need to know, it starts with Connor Loy for Adair County, averaging just under 23 points a game, 4.2 rebounds. He can flat out score, and he's a phenomenal player. Brayton Coomer had 24 points, a career high against Glasgow last night, 9.5 points, 6.4 rebounds a game. Dawson Gilbert, the freshman, is also averaging just under 9.5 points at 1.8 rebounds per game. Carter White, the sophomore guard, averages just about 8.5 points a contest. This Adair County team is really talented, but they have played a similar opponent as Grayson County, and that was Campbellsville. Both teams lost to Campbellsville in those games, and then both teams have also played Taylor County. Taylor County, though, for Grayson County was a scrimmage, so read into that what you want. Both teams also lost to Taylor County. Does that mean anything? I don't know. It really will. Well, I guess we'll find out here in about 2 hours. Grayson County 2-4 on a 4-game losing streak. We'll introduce you to them coming up after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
Remember.
Honor.
Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
The Builder's Choice.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are getting ready to take on Adair County. Here's we're just about 15 minutes away from tip-off. Grayson County led by River Blanson. He's averaging 15.8 points, 8.2 rebounds per game. He enters this game 90 points away from 1,000 for his career and 10 rebounds away from 500. So he's on 500 watch here in this game. Jack Logston averaging just under 10 points a game. And it really, during this 4-game losing streak, it's been the inconsistency on offense for Grayson. I mean, the first 2 games, 132 points in the first 2. They were rolling, was Grayson County. Over the last 4, they've only gotten above 47. I mean, you're looking 46, 47, 39, 43. That's just not going to get it done, especially when you go and look at the other side of an Adair County team that's averaging 67 points a game. If the Cougars are in the 40s tonight, they're not going to win the game. There's just no other way to put it. Grayson County, of course, coached by Travis Johnston, who, again, has great memories against Adair County as he's team back in 2009 when he was a junior. He scored 13 points in the Cougars' win against Adair County, and Grayson County's only win in the history of the Sweet 16. We'll talk to Travis Johnston after this, get his thoughts on the matchup, as this is Cougar Basketball right here on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground together.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, with a game like Tuesday where, one, you're going up against a really good opponent and the game really wasn't that close, as a coach, does that make you want to watch the film more, less, or really no difference, and what'd you learn?
the watching the film part doesn't really make a difference to me, but I did go back and watch. I did like our half-court offense. I thought it was a lot better than what it was last Friday against Edmondson, and I thought we had several guys make good moves. Jack made a few good moves. He's just got to do it more. Camden did all right there at the end, and I thought the moves that River made were very good, going up against 6'5" and 6'7". So, I thought our transition defense was bad, and I also thought that they made a lot of threes, and they made 10 threes, and it's hard to combat that against a good team. But I did like our half-court offense a little bit.
You mentioned on Tuesday that your team needs to have a must-win mindset tonight against Adair County. Without even mentioning the opponent, what do you want a must-win mentality to look like?
The intensity from the start. We have bad starts all the time. I don't know if we've ever led to start the game. Not that I can, unless it was Breck County or Bullitt Central, but we get off to bad starts almost every game. So we had our best two practices the last two days, and hopefully that's a good sign going forward. And these guys are ready and hungry and know that we need to start doing certain things to get the ball rolling.
It's no secret your team's on a 4-game losing streak. When you look at your team, are you seeing what you want to see from them considering that losing streak?
Not all the way. We have a couple guys who need to step up individual plays, and then we have we are changing kind of what we're going to do tonight, maybe to see if that wakes us up a little bit. I feel like, me personally, I've been changing too much, and it's hard for us to get in the rhythm. So we're going to go with stuff and stick to it, to which what I think is our identity. And obviously, I'm not a big fan of our man-to-man so far this year, but it's looked pretty good the last 2 days. Hopefully we can come out and play it a little bit tonight because we're going to need to with all the shooters they got.
Adair County, for you, has to mean something special. Back in 2009, and really Grayson County as a whole, first game of the Sweet 16, you all pick up the win. You had 13 points in that game. I don't know that we've ever really talked much about it during an interview, but what was that like growing up in the state of Kentucky? I know you're not personally a UK fan, but Rupp Arena still is a mecca of college basketball. What was that like to take the floor and set up and play for your school in one of the top arenas in college basketball?
Well, when I was in second, third, or fourth grade, whatever, we watched the 2001 team go. And, of course, with Todd being my uncle, I was around all that stuff and got to experience it a little more maybe than some other kids. And it's just the group that I grew up playing with, we all went, we all watched it and said we want to do that. And everything that we worked for from that moment on was for that. And just like a lot of high school stories that you see and hear about, especially in smaller communities. So it was great, and to be able to win on that floor was even better because we watched the 2001 team go up against a really good North Hardin team and get beat. So we wanted to be that first team to ever do that. And it's special, and the way we did it was special because the two teams we always played growing up in AAU from second grade on was Adair County and Muhlenberg County, and that's the two teams we beat to win the region in the first round. So it's special. I wish more kids had that thought process growing up. I think it's gone away a little bit, but for us it was simply, what's your number one goal? It's to make it to Rupp Arena. So it was pretty special.
This year's Adair County team is a little different than the one you went up against in 2009. They got a kid who's really good, Loy, and then they got a couple kids on the outside that can flat out shoot it. How do you slow them down, and how do you win?
We got to keep Loy in front of us, and you can't foul him. He's 92% from the 3-point or free throw line, and he makes 8 or 9 or 10 a game, averaging 23, and they just kind of flatten it out and let him decide, hey, you can shoot it or you can throw it to a guy in the corner who can shoot. So we have to keep him in front, and that's a group effort. It's not just one guy. And then on the flip side, we have to make sure that we're setting the tone and dictating the pace and how we want to play.
Coach, good luck. Well, more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, backpack kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are about to take on the Indians of Adair County. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the 6-2 team from the 20th District, the Adair County Indians. Freshman guard number 1, Dawson Gilbert, averaging 9.4 points per game. Sophomore guard number 4, Carter White, he averages 8.5 points. Brayton Coomer is the sophomore forward, 9.5 points per game. Sophomore guard number 14, Connor Loy, averaging just about 23 points a game. And Camden Burton is the sophomore. He's number 15, averaging just under 3 points a game. Once more, that lineup is Gilbert, White, Coomer, Loy, and Burton. The assistant coaches are Daniel Hedges, Kyle Burton, Hunter Cundiff, Marshall Shelby, and the head coach is Darren Breeze. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Cougars. Senior guard number 3, Braden Childress, averaging just over 7 points a game. Senior forward number 23, River Blanton, averaging just under 16 points a game. Senior forward number 24, Camden Brothers, at 6 points and 2.2 rebounds a game. The 8th grade guard number 32, Jack Logston, just under 10 points a game. And Dylan Horn, the big man in the middle, number 44, 3.4 points, 4 rebounds a game. The assistant coaches are Brian Hill, Brett Johnson, Darren Meredith, Mike McClintock, and the head coach is Travis Johnston. The play-by-play is next here on K105.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Grayson County and Adair County about ready to get underway in this game. Once more, your starting lineup is Childress, Blanton, Brothers, Logston, Horn for Grayson. And for Adair, it is Gilbert, White, Coomer, Loy, and Burton. That's starting lineups for both teams. We'll take one more break. They're announcing the lineups here, so the play-by-play is next here on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builders.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here.
Grayson County and Adair County about ready to get warming up and get ready to roll here from the Cougar Den. in Leitchfield, Kentucky. Sam Gormley here with you on the call today. And you know what? I got to give a huge shout out. I hope he's on camera and we can see him. Mr. Spirit is rocking it today. He's got a holiday blazer on. I mean, the man's rocking it. He loves it. And here comes the opening tip as it's up in the air and controlled by Grayson County. River Blankton knocks it into the backcourt, and Braden Childress will go pick it up. That's where Grayson County is going to start off with. Actually, it's Landon Haycraft who's going to get the start in place of Camden Brothers, and immediately down inside to Logston, and Logston's fouled on the block as Haycraft is in place of Brothers. That's a last-second change by Travis Johnston. An early foul whistled on Brayton Coomer. His first, team's first. Grayson's going to get it underneath of their own basket. Cougars have lost four straight games after opening up the year 2-0. They were trying to start 3-0 for the first time since 2008, 2009, but weren't able to against Campbellsville. And since that point, as there's a three right wing by Childress, it's off the mark and no good. Rebounded by Adair County, and they're going to take it up the far side of the floor. But since that point, it's been four straight losses by Grayson County, and the Cougars have struggled, especially on the offensive end of the ball. As spinning around was Coomer. They give it out front now to Gilbert. Gilbert off to the right wing to White. Adair County, their leading scorer is Coy. As there's a three straight away, and it is nothing but net for Dawson Gilbert. He shoots almost 42% from three, and Gilbert, 2/3 of his shot come from three, and his first shot in this game was from three, and he put it in to give Adair County the early 3-0 lead. Blanton in transition, 12-foot jumper near side, nothing but nets. River Blanton enters this game and now 88 points away from 1,000 in his career, and he's 10 rebounds away from 500. Burton off to the right wing. Out front to Loy. Loy is their leading scorer, averaging just under 23 points a game. He is a heck of a scorer. But he's a good passer as well, as he'll get it in. He'll drive in as he'll take a deep near side three. It is short. Rebound tapped off by Blanton into the hands of Haycraft. And here comes Grayson County in transition. Off to the right wing to Logston. Thought about the three, drives in, pulls up, 15 feet, right side. Shot's no good. Blanton, rebound, put back, good. Blanton gets the rebound, and River Blanton, his first rebound of the game, he's now 9 rebounds away from 500 in his career. It's something we're going to keep an eye on as this game goes along. Loy swings it off to the left side. An 18-foot jumper. Left side is a little bit short by Coomer. Logston gets the loose ball for Grayson County. Here come the Cougars as Logston weaves through traffic. Thought about pulling up for the three. Instead gives it into Blanton. Blanton drives down. Shot left side. The basket is good, but no, they're going to wave it off for an offensive foul. For Blanton, that is going to be his first and the team's first. Your officials for tonight's game, Randy Chapman, Paul Leachman, and Chris Crampy. 4-3, Grayson County on top. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter from Grayson County High School. Camden Burton passes off to the right wing to White. White bounce pass inside to Loy. Loy guarded by Haycraft. Loy spins around Haycraft, can't make the basket. And rebound by Blanton, who does an outlet pass to Horn. Horn was not ready for it. There's a turnover for Grayson County as Horn kind of turned around, and by the time he turned around, that ball was flying past his head. He had no chance of grabbing that basketball. 4-3, Cougs on top of Adair County. 5.5 left here in the first quarter. Off to the left wing, deep left wing three is in and out. Rebounded by Blanton. 3 rebounds early on for River Blanton in transition. Passes down to Logston. His shot is blocked at the rim. Rebounded by Adair County. Here come the Indians pushing up the far side of the floor. Loy drives far baseline up against Horn, and Horn's going to pick up a foul. Loy will go to the free throw line where he is dynamite. For Horn, that'll only be his first, but the team's second. Loy this season, just a casual 91.4% from the free throw line. That's what I call getting it done. He scored his 1,000th career point during a career-high game earlier this month against Greene County as he misses the first free throw right on cue. Maybe the announcer's jinx gets him as he scored 35 points in that game against Greene County earlier on this year. As a team, Adair County, 75.2% from the free throw line. Second one was good by Loy. We're all knotted up at 4. 5:10 left to play here in the first quarter. Adair County in his own defense. Logston passes out in between the circles to Childress, to the left elbow to Horn. Horn tried to find Blanton, but it's knocked out of bounds by Adair County. Getting his hand in there to smack it out was Camden Burton. Blanton will trigger in from in front of the Adair County bench, gives it into the near corner to Horn. Horn to the left wing to Blanton. Blanton out front to Logston. Logston back to Blanton. Blanton swings it off to the left side to Childress. He's got a little bit of a 2-3 zone kind of morphing here for Adair County, and now Blanton's going to back it off and set up the offense for Grayson. 4-4 here. Cougars trying to snap a 4-game losing streak tonight. In a team that this is only the 4th all-time matchup between these two teams. Grayson County's only won once. It was in the Sweet 16 in 2009. Blanton drives to your baseline, misses it, gains the rebound back. No, a jump ball. He's going to give the basketball to Adair County. Your coaching matchup for Adair County, the head coach is Darren Breeze in his 7th season with a record of 137-77 at Adair County. And the head coach for Grayson County is Travis Johnston, who, as we mentioned earlier, had 13 points in that 2009 Sweet 16 win against Adair County. It's the last trip to the Sweet 16 both of these teams have had. Inside the lane, Loy gets around the defender, misses the jumper. Rebounded by Haycraft for Grayson. Haycraft gives it off to Blankton on the far side of the floor. 4-4, Grayson County, and an outlet pass is knocked out of bounds by Adair. 4-4. 4:06 left here in the opening quarter from Grayson County High School. Childress gives it into Blanton. Blanton will give it back to the senior point guard, Braden Childress, who's been playing very well as of late on the season. Childress averaging just over 7.3 points a game as an interior pass is knocked around and taken away by Adair County. In transition, the layup on the right side's good by Carter White. It's the first basket from the field for Adair County since their first possession on the deep three. Haycraft, bounce pass is taken away, and a behind-the-back pass to Loy. Loy gives it in transition to White. White down the right side, partially blocked by Childress, and the rebound goes out of bounds off of Gilbert on the inside for Adair. Grayson's going to get the basketball back with a 2-point early deficit. 3:34 left to play in the first quarter. Childress breaks the timeline with a bounce pass to the left wing to Haycraft. Haycraft fires over, right wing three. Longston up and in for the 8th grader. They left Longston alone. He makes him pay with a right side three. It's 7-6. Grayson has their first lead of the game. Off to the left side to Coomer. Adair County will have multiple subs that'll come in at the next stoppage of play. At the left block, pass knocked around, and I believe it was tipped. And it was tipped by Grayson, so it's going to stay Adair basketball. Into the game, Colton Feast, he averages just about 2 points a game. You'll have Lane Grant, he averages 3.6. You'll also have J.B. Pyatt, 3.4 points a game, and there was one more player in. That was Blaine Barton. He is a three-point specialist. 73% of his shots come from three-point range. It's Loy that has it, guarded by Haycraft. Out front to Grant. Grant guarded by Blanton. Cougars going with the man-to-man defense. We've seen them do more zone than they traditionally do. But today, Travis Johnson starting off with just man-to-man. Partially, that's got to be the main reason for it is that Adair County shoots the three so well. They make about 6 threes a game. Floater inside the lane on the left side is good by Connor Loy. Loy averages just about 23 points a game, and that's his game. He drives in and will be a willing passer. Childress gets it off of the deflection into the near side. Blanton, 18-foot jumper near side is too long. Rebound in the far corner, picked up by Childress. He's trapped, looking for help, tries to throw it off the Adair County player. Was he successful in doing so? He was in that far corner. Subset of the game for Grayson County, you'll have Camden Brothers. He's averaging 6 points a game. And Caden Hanshaw, the 8th grader, 5.7 points a contest as Horn and Haycraft come out. Got 2 8th graders on the floor for Grayson. Joining the 3 seniors. Right side, Logston thought about the deep three. Out front to Childress, swings it off to Hanshaw. Hanshaw tried to get a bounce pass. It's taken away. Really good defense by Feast. Adair County's just getting their hands in on passing lanes, which is very impressive defensively for the Indians. Right side Feast at the free throw line, behind the back dribble over to Loy. Loy drives far baseline, jump pass out, left wing three is up by Feast. It's no good. Rebound tapped off the head and into the hands of Blanton for Grayson County. 4 rebounds for the senior Blanton inside the lane. Shot is up, no good, and an offensive foul is going to be called on River Blanton. And that is his second foul with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Travis Johnston did not agree with the call. He's trying to plead his case to official Randy Chapman. Chapman was not the official that made that call, but he's communicating with Travis Johnston. Right side Feast. Man-to-man defense for Grayson. Out front to Loy. Loy picked up by Hanshaw. Left wing Barden. Barden out front. Feast. Logston giving him just a little bit of space. 1:20 left here in the first quarter. Is driving down the near side. Now getting it back outside to Barden. Barden drives in. Left side shot. Blocked by Horn on the interior. Rebounded by Logston. Logston up the far side of the floor. Backs it off as he didn't have numbers. Hand off back to Logston after he gave it to Horn. Backs it off now to Hanshaw, who's going to set up the offense. 8-7. Adair County leads Grayson. 60 seconds left in our opening quarter. Right side Logston, he'll take a deep right wing three. Good! He knocked it down from Short Creek. A deep three for Logston, and Grayson's got the lead at 10-8. 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here comes Adair to answer a right side three by Barton, was no good. Rebounded on the floor by the Indians. Grant came down with a loose one, and back outside now to Barton. Let's see if Adair will hold for the final shot with 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside to Grant. Grant bounce pass into Loy. Loy guarded by Hanshaw. Loy outside now to Barden. Barden swings it out front to Feast. Feast off to the left wing to Grant with 23 seconds and counting. Inside the lane, stripped, and a late foul is going to be called on the strip. Called on Grayson County. Foul whistled on Brothers. His first, team's fourth. 10-8, 20.7 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Giving it off to the left side to Feast. Grayson County's got the 2-point advantage here in the first quarter. Bounce pass inside to Pyatt. Pyatt gets around. Horn flips it up. The shot is good for J.B. Pyatt to tie the game at 10. We've got 8 seconds and counting. Grayson County's got to hurry. Hanshaw realizes it. Up the far side of the floor with 5 seconds. Bounces it over to the far side. Brothers spins around the three at the buzzer. No good. Brothers had an extra second, but he did a spin in the air. Let the three fly from the far corner, but the shot was no good. At the end of the first quarter, it is Grayson County 10 and Adair County 10, as this is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
Jack Logston knocks in a pair of first quarter threes, and it is Grayson County 10 and Adair County 10 here as we get ready to start the second quarter of action. It's been a good game here. You can tell both these teams pretty evenly matched, but the big storyline of that first quarter is that Grayson County's leading scorer, River Blanton, does have 2 fouls, both whistled of the offensive variety. Be something to watch as this game continues. On the floor to start the second quarter of play for Grayson, it'll be Logston, Haycraft, Hanshaw, Brothers, and Horn. Left side Hanshaw, as Grayson will have it, working from right to left on your radio dial here at the start of this second quarter of play. Logston with those 2 threes, including one from way deep on the right side. Hanshaw at the logo. Slowing down, Grayson trying to control the tempo of this game. Handoff pass to Hanshaw. Hanshaw at the straightaway, has it with the right hand on the right side. Picks up his dribble, finds it to Logston in the far corner. Logston back out to Hanshaw, who immediately has a hand in his face. He throws it inside to Horn. Horn goes up with a shot, can't get it to fall in. Rebounded by Pyatt, who has it stripped by Horn. Pyatt is able to regain composure and have the basketball off to Feast. Feast in transition to Loy. Transition three is up. It is short. Rebounded on the floor, stripped and taken by Hanshaw for Grayson. Here come the Cougars looking to speed up the tempo a little bit on their own end. Adair County wants to run with it as Hanshaw drives down the right side. Ball is blocked on the interior, rebounded by Haycraft. He spins and he puts it in from 7 feet on the left side for his first points of the game. 12-10, Grayson has the lead against Adair County. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Left side Feast at the free throw line. Handoff pass, deep three, straight away by Barton is in and out. Haycraft gets a loose ball for Grayson. Haycraft immediately looks to push for Grayson County. Gets a screen from Horn. Gives it off to Logston. Travis Johnston set up the offense as he calls off the play. Logston gets a screen from Horn. Doesn't necessarily take it as he picks up his dribble instead. Fires the pass to the right wing to Haycraft. Out front to Hanshaw. Some subs will come in on both sides at the next stoppage of play. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. Grayson has the 2-point advantage against Adair. Hanshaw gets around his defender, drives in, and a bump foul is going to be called on the interior on Lloyd. Be his first and the team's second. The Adair fans weren't too happy about that call. Childress re-enters for Grayson. Into the game for Adair County is Gilbert, Coomer, Burton, and White. So they got their starting lineup back onto the floor. Does Adair County, except you have Pyatt in place of Loy. Near corner, Haycraft off to the left wing. Logston gets another one fly, and he puts another one in. Jack Logston, 3 of 3 from 3, and the Cougs are on top 15-10. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Pyatt drives down the left lane, picks up his dribble, gives it to the far side, Coomer. Coomer pulls up 10 feet left side, just a little bit too long. He gets his own rebound, puts it up 10 feet left side. Second chance not there, rebound knocked out of bounds off of Adair. It'll be Grayson County basketball, 5:50 left here in the first half of play. Substitution into the game for the Cougars. It'll be Hayden Robinson. He'll come into the game. It's 5 points and 4 rebounds on the year. Saw his older sister Ella is here as well. Before the game, I saw her. She walked in. Of course, she was a very good volleyball and basketball player for Grayson County. At the free throw line to Haycraft, fires over to Brothers. 18 feet right side, just a little too long. Rebounded by Childress on the right block. Childress spins around, trying to get space, lays it in. Great move on the baseline for Braden Childress, and Grayson's up by 7, their largest lead of the game. Into the near corner. White has it. He drives down the near baseline, spins around, jump pass outside, tipped by Logston. Ball bounces around, and finally it is popped up to the Adair County Indians in a drive down. Are they going to count the basket or not? I'm not sure if they did or not. I thought he pointed towards the baseline. He does count the basket. Foul is called on Logston. His first, team's 5th. The basket was good by Dawson Gilbert. He'll try to convert on the and one. He's an 80% free throw shooter.
Basket was good.
I think everyone was thinking the same thing. I think what the official, Chris Crampy, did was he was saying that the basket was counted, but instead it looked like he was pointing towards the baseline as if to say no shot, the foul was on the floor. I think it is the right call. And the free throw is good by Gilbert. It's a 4-point Grayson County lead, 17-13, 5-10 left to play here in the first quarter. Logston crosses it to Childress. Childress straight away with the basketball, pulls up 18 feet right side, just a little too long. And the loose ball is picked up by Coomer for Adair County. Gilbert guarded by Haycraft. Cougars in a man-to-man defense, but what they're doing is they're putting whoever has the ball, they're guarding full court man, and it's usually been Landon Haycraft, and he's a pesky little defender out there. I'm not sure I'd want Landon Haycraft defending me. He's been pretty good in that situation in this game. Inside pass is out of the reach of Coomer. Darren Breeze not happy with his team there. Horn will re-enter. And Camden Burton will re-enter for Adair County, along with Connor Loy. 17-13, Grayson County on top, 4 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the second quarter. Childress angles back towards the far side of the floor. He's double-teamed quickly, looks to find help, throws it, and it is taken away like a wide receiver. Brayton Kroom went up and got it. Right up the middle comes Loy. Loy passes it into the near corner, driving down out front. Thought about the three, did Coomer, but slows down and gives it back off to the far side to Gilbert. He'll let the three fly, and Gilbert will knock it in for his second three of the game. Gilbert's got 9 points to lead the scoring for Adair County, and in transition, down to the left block. Basket good by Haycraft. Adair immediately speeds up the tempo as Darren Breeze was waving his hands as if to say, come on, let's push it. That's how the Indians want to play in this game. They want to move fast. 19-16, Grayson leads Adair. Another three coming by Gilbert. It's off to the left side into the hands of Landon Haycraft for the Cougars. Haycraft playing a really nice game in this one. Logston, he'll do a heat check three left side. It is short. Right on the line, but just a little bit too short on it. 19-16. Loy drives in at the left elbow. He'll pull up. Shot good for Connor Loy. Loy's got 5. I mean, Darren Breeze is really wanting his team to speed up the tempo where Grayson's trying to slow it down just a little bit. Childress on the left wing into the near corner to Haycraft. Haycraft drives down the near baseline. Now is going to have to back it off into the near corner. Cougars up by 1. 3:08 to play in the second quarter. And right away, Travis Johnston says, spread it out. We're going to slow down the tempo in this game. Childress, hand off to Haycraft. Haycraft with the right hand, pass over to the far corner to Robinson. 5-out look for Grayson. Haycraft straight away with a handoff pass to Childress. Childress at the right elbow, spins at the free throw line, fades it in, shot no good. Loose ball picked up by Coomer for Adair County, off to Loy. Loy keeps his head up as he spins at the left elbow. Off balance pass into the near side to Gilbert, who falls down. They're going to say he was bobbling. And now a jump ball is called, and the possession is going to be kept with Adair County. Travis Johnston didn't agree that he was bobbling. And it'll be kept with Adair County basketball. 2:39 to play here in the second quarter. 19-18, Grayson on top of Adair. Scanning once, scanning twice, and the bounce pass goes in to Coomer. Out front to Gilbert. Gilbert swings it off to the left wing to White. White jump pass inside now to Loy. Loy guarded by Haycraft. Loy and inside the free throw line. The jumper, no good, off to the left. Horn had it, and he's fouled on the rebound, and that'll be whistled on Coomer, and that'll be his second, team's third. Grayson's going to get the basketball in with a handoff pass to Childress. Childress gives it back to Horn. Horn crosses it off to Longston. Longston breaks the timeline. Going to back it off and set up the offense for Grayson. Got a 4-round-1 look with Horn on the interior. And now here comes the motion as they're going to go 5-out one more time. Horn at the right elbow. Hand off to Longston. Free throw line jumper for the 8th grader. He's short. Loose ball picked up by White for Adair. It's 19-18, Grayson on top. 2 minutes left here in the first half of play. In transition, left side driving in as White gets around the defender. Blocked by Horn. Loose ball picked up by Haycraft. Off to Longston down the right side. Jack Longston drives in, absorbs the contact. He's fouled. Count the basket. Free throws will come for the 8th grader, Jack Longston. Fouls whistled on Loy. That is his second and the team's fourth. Caden Hanshaw will re-enter. Coming out will be Hayden Robinson as Jack Logston will try to convert on the N1. So now both teams' leading scorer, Connor Loy for Adair County and River Blainton for Grayson County, both have 2 fouls. Blainton picked up his second foul about halfway through the first quarter of play. Logston's free throw is good. Cougs up 22-18, minute 45 left here in the first half of play. Straight away, Feast. Bounce pass to the right elbow to Pyatt. Pyatt gives it off to the left side to Burton. Burton off to Barton, guarded by Haycraft. Bounce pass left side. Cougars sticking with the man-to-man defense. It's been pretty good here tonight. Is inside the lane, curling motion. Shot no good by Burton. Horn gets the loose ball for Grayson County. It's a 4-point game. 1:23 to play in the second quarter. Hanshaw gets around his defender, drives in, and that'll be goaltending. Hanshaw will get in the basket after the ball was blocked against the backboard. And Hayden Robinson immediately re-enters after Hanshaw gets the basket for his first points of the game. And taking a seat will be Horn. 24-18, Grayson with their second largest lead of the game. A quick 5-0 run after the Indians had brought it to within 1. Burton on the right wing. Out front to Feast. Feast fakes the pass inside, gets it into the near corner. I think Travis Johnson has to be very happy with the team's defense, and just dribbling the ball off his foot is Burton, and Grayson's going to get the basketball. Really good defense by Jack Logston. Carter White comes in. Hayden Robinson leaves for Grayson. Hayden Robinson just triggering in. It looked like he was running because the ball was passed in from in front of their own bench. Because of that, it looked like he was running to sit down, and at first I looked and I said, nobody came into the game for Grayson. Right side, Haycraft passes into the middle, almost knocked and taken away by Adair. It goes into the hands of Childress. Childress drives down left side, flip shot, gets the roll. The shooter's roll for Childress with 38 seconds left in the first half of play. 26-18, Grayson with their largest lead of the game. Jump pass into the near corner, taken away by Haycraft. He tight ropes the near sideline and gives it out to the far side to Hanshaw with 27 seconds left in the first half of play. And Travis Johnston, without a doubt, is going to hold for the final shot. He wants to go up by at the minimum 8 points here at the half. 15 seconds on the clock. I mean, when you're up 8 at least against a good Adair County team with River Blainton only playing a couple of minutes. You got to feel really good. 6 seconds on the clock now. Hanshaw gets around the screen, down the right side. He pulls up, 10 feet right side, shot no good. Rebound tapped off, and Adair County ended up grabbing it, but after the buzzer sounded. It is Adair County trailing Grayson County 26-18 at the half. We'll take a break and come back with more as this is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
The Builder's Choice.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
What a first County Cougars as they lead Adair County 26-18 at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and get you ready for the second half of play. Again, your score at the half. It's the Grayson County Cougars on top of Adair County, 26-18. As this is Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County on top of Adair County 26-18 at the half. Try to see if we can't run down a quick score or two from around the region. And according around the state as well. At the end of the first quarter, Webster County leads Whitesville Trinity 17-14. Final score in girls basketball, Butler County comes away with a 2-point win against Russellville, 45-43. Also a girls basketball score, it is Edmondson County defeating Todd County 41-22. I'm assuming this is a girls basketball score here in the fourth quarter. Central Hardin and John Hardin all knotted up at 32. Girls basketball final, Meade County defeats LaRue County 84-29. And score is a final from Brandenburg. Girls basketball, Metcalfe County defeating Monroe County 75-64. Final score there. Bowling Green and girls on top of Greenwood 58-39. Got triple zeros on the scoreboard in that game. Owensboro Catholic a winner tonight against Davis County in girls basketball 55-30. And I thought I saw one more from, there it is, Owensboro in girls basketball defeats Apollo 63-51. As that Owensboro ended up having a big lead and Apollo came back as the Lady Cougars will see that Owensboro Lady Devil team, who is number 3 in the third region media poll, on Monday evening. You'll be able to hear that game right here on K105 or also watch it on K105 Digital Productions. We'll take a break. Come back as Grayson County leads this one 26.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
Leads 26-18 against Adair County. We'll try to run down the scoring from the first half of play. First for Adair County, they are led by 9 points from Dawson Gilbert, 5 points from Connor Loy, and 2 each from Carter White and from J.B. Pyatt. For Grayson County, 12 points from Jack Logston. He leads the way. Then you got 4 points from Childress, 4 points from Haycraft, and 4 points from Blanton. Blanton picked up those 2 fouls early on in the first quarter of play. Since that point, obviously didn't play again in the first half of play, but the positive is that probably if I'd have told Travis Johnston that you'd get maybe 4 minutes from River Blanton in the first half of play and be up 8 at the half, he'd probably be pretty thrilled with that first half performance. That doesn't mean that it isn't going to be a great second half, because I really do believe that Adair County is going to have a couple more fight in this one. 26-18, Cougs on top. Second half's next on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, mate? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
96.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Second half of action here from Grayson County High School as we are underway. Cougs now working from left to right on your radio dial. They lead 26-18. It was the Jack Logston show in the first half of play. He had 12 points, but River Blanton for Grayson County only played a couple of minutes after picking up the 2 early offensive fouls. Cougars will start with the basketball as Logston has it on the left wing, gives it off to the far side to Childress. Grayson going back with their starting lineup. Adair County dealt with some foul trouble as well. Loy, their leading scorer, picked up 2 fouls, but it was later in the second quarter of play, so not quite the same amount of time that Grayson had to go without their leading scorer. Right side, Haycraft inside to Horn. Horn tried to dump it off inside to Blanton, but it's taken away by Adair County. Spinning down the near side comes White. Layup, no good. Rebound tapped off into the far side. It's out of bounds off of Adair, and it's out of bounds off of Grayson. And it is going to stay Adair basketball underneath of their own basket. 26-18, 7:15 to go. Grayson County leads Adair County. Sam Gormley here with you on the call from the Cougar Den. Final home game before Christmas for Grayson County. Down the left side, jump pass off to the left wing to Barden. He'll take the 3, and Barden will knock it down. Adair County wants the timeout. We'll take it with him. It's 26-21, 7:07 to play in the third. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Grayson County leads 26-21, 7:07 left in the third quarter. Darren Breeze takes that quick 30-second timeout after the 3 made by Blaine Barton. And Grayson County out of the timeout. It's a bounce pass down to Haycraft, who floats it in from 7 feet on the far side. Great play design right out of the timeout for Grayson. They're back up by 7, 28-21, 6:50 left here in the third quarter of play. Barden, who just hit the 3, has it on the left wing. Blanton is in his face and pushes him backward and gives it off to Loy. Loy averages 23 points a game in the first half of play. He was held to only 5 points. And it was Landon Haycraft who's guarding him right now that deserves a lot of the credit, as he's done a really good job. They're going to quickly double team. Loy trapped at the half-court line, and he breaks it with a pass down to the near side, spinning it around from 10 feet. The floater is no good by White. Rebounded by Blanton for Grayson, and he now throws it away. Rebound, White put back good on the right side. White gets the great basket. River Blanton got 5 rebounds, though. He's 5 away from 500 in his career. Logston up the far side of the floor. Picks up his dribble, and he's fouled by Adair County. It is either going to be on White or Barden. They're going to pick Barden. For Barden, that's his first, team's first. Foul trouble. Kumar and Loy each have 2 for Adair County, and for Grayson County, it's 2 on Blanton. It was really a clean first half of play with only 9 total fouls called. And I like it because that made the game speed up, and it makes this game very interesting to watch and a lot of fun when there aren't a lot of fouls and whistles being blown every other second. Right side, Haycraft crosses it off to the left wing to Childress. Childress fires to the left elbow to Blanton, who tried an interior pass. It's knocked around and taken away by Loy. Loy speeds down coast to coast, flips it up on the left side. Connor Loy makes the basket in transition, and it's a 3-point game at 28-25. Full court pressure. Childress trapped and fires a pass off of White as he was trapped looking for help, and he just took that one and he slung it off of Carter White's knee. Grayson's done a good job against pressure this season. And really, they've done pretty good in this game. It's just not been the greatest start against pressure for Grayson in this half. And right on cue, Jack Logston, the floater down the right lane, gets the basket to roll in. The bank is open for Logston. He's got 14 points. And immediately going down the right side, Lloyd takes it himself and lays it in. Back and forth, these two teams go. Adair County playing at the tempo that they want. They want to get out and run. Grayson County's trying to slow them down a little bit. Logston picks up his dribble. He's trapped and throws it away. Goes into the hands of Spencer Langdon, who's sitting on the bench, the 8th grader. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 30-27, Grayson County. See, Mr. Spirit over on the far side of the floor has changed. He was wearing the Christmas blazer and the Christmas hat. He's gone back to the big orange hat and just a typical sweatsuit top. 3, far side is no good by Adair County. Rebounded by Horn for Grayson. Childress bounce pass to Logston. Logston fires it off to the right wing to Haycraft. Haycraft inside pass knocked out of bounds. Hand in was Coomer. Sent it into the Grayson County cheerleaders. 4:39 left in the third quarter. 30-27. Grayson County on top of Adair. It'll be Logston to trigger in from underneath of his own basket. Fakes the pass in. Now pass it in the near corner to Haycraft. Thought about the 3. Pump fake. Looking for help, finds it with Horn, who has to reach up high with the right hand to grab it. Left side, Logston swings it off to the left wing to Childress. Childress back out now to the 8th grader, Jack Logston, who's playing his best game since really the first game of the season. And in that first game of the season against Breckenridge County, it was Logston who had the career-high 21, and there's a shot for Blanton from 18 feet on the left side. Blanton puts it in. Rivers up now to 6 points. It's back to a 5-point Grayson County lead. Lloyd starting to heat up. He pulls up, 10-foot jumper on the left side. Lloyd, nothing but net. That's not what Travis Johnston wants to see, because that was really good defense by Haycraft. Not much more you could ask for. You do not want to see Connor Lloyd get hot, because he can single-handedly beat anybody. Left side, Logston, he steps into the 3. Good! Jack Logston hits in the 3. Logston's got 17 points for the 8th grader. And Grayson's back up now by 6 points at 35-29, 3.5 left in the third quarter. Lloyd being driven backwards by Blanton. Left wing Coomer. Adair now slowly working. Off to the right side to Gilbert. Gilbert into the far corner to Lloyd. Lloyd out front to Coomer. Coomer at the right elbow, passes off to Lloyd, deep right side 3, in and out. Loose ball by Blanton for Grayson, who is now looking to push for the Cougars. Blanton weaves through, bounce pass right side, Childress lays it in on the right side. What a pass by Blanton, finding Childress on the right side, and the Cougs have an 8-point lead back at 37-29. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Great pass by Blanton. Lloyd, free throw line jumper to answer is there. Lloyd's got 8 points in the quarter, 13 for the game. He's trying to keep the Indians in it. Childress drives down coast to coast, shots up, no good, and a blocking foul is going to be called in the interior, and that's a good call. As Lloyd fell down before the contact was even made. Or, sorry, it wasn't Lloyd, it was Gilbert, rather. His first, team's second. Childress will go to the line. This season, only 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That was one of those that the foul's almost called as if it was a flop. Childress misses the first free throw. It's Grayson County's only their second and third trip to the line. The free throw line has been an adventure once again for Grayson County this season. Only 57% from the free throw line, including a very rough performance the past 2 times out. Childress misses the second free throw, rebounded by Adair County. Lloyd in down the near side, and a bump foul's called on Childress. For Childress, that is his first, team's first of the second half. Subs into the game for Grayson County was Camden Brothers and Caden Hanshaw, as Logston takes the seat along with Haycraft. Lloyd guarded by Hanshaw, 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Lloyd in between the circles. Nice defense by the 8th grader. Deep 3, right side, in and out. It pops off. The rebound tapped off to Lloyd. Bobbles it, gains it back at the logo. Lloyd off to the left side. 3 up again by Coomer. This one short. Rebound tapped out of bounds off of Adair County. Grayson County basketball. Subs into the game for the Indians. It'll be J.B. Pyatt and Camden Burton. Neither of those Pyatt rather had 2 points in the first half of play. Burton did not score. 37-31, Grayson County on top of Adair County. 2:06 left in the third quarter. An outlet pass to the left wing to Brothers inside to Blanton. Flips it up left side. The layup no good by Blanton. Rebounded by Loy, and a touch foul going to be called on Horn. For Horn, that'll be his second, team's second. Feast comes back into the game for Adair County along with Lane Grant. 37-31, Grayson County on top, under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter of action. Sam Gormley here with you on the call from the Cougar Den, Grayson County High School. Loy guarded by Hanshaw. Off to the right side to Pyatt, and the clock was not going. And I believe we might be having a clock issue now. Maybe we'll see if it stops. Nope, the clock still isn't working. There's a clock issue. They're still playing right now without the clock going, and now they're going to have to talk on it. The clock, I guess, has been unplugged underneath of the bleachers. In fact, we have lost our power as well. I believe we've lost our power, but I believe we have it back. So if you're watching with us at K105 Digital Productions, you're still with us. We hope that that doesn't screw up our vantage point too much. Let's see if we're back. We are, as we'll try to see if we can't regain on K105 as soon as we can. As I guess somebody unplugged us underneath the bleachers. I don't really know how that happened, but that's the one thing that worries us when we run off of power. Out front, Grant passes off to the left wing to Feast. Feast drives near baseline, bounce pass out front. Off out front to Loy, 3 straight away, good. Loy hits the open 3. He's really heated up in this quarter. And it's 37-34, Grayson County hangs on by 3 points. 1:23 left in the third quarter. Childress picks up his dribble inside to Blanton. The pass was deflected. Blanton dumps it off to Logston on the left side. Logston bobbles and gives it over, spins around, floater with the left hand, good for Jack Logston. Logston is having himself a game here. As inside quickly moving to answer for Grant. Back and forth these two teams go. We welcome back our K105 audience. It's a 3-point, 39-36 game. We had a power outage very briefly as now the pass is stolen away. In transition, a pass off Grant, layup good, right side. 39-38, Travis Johnston wants a timeout as Adair County comes back, as we hope that we are back after a little bit of some technical difficulties. Somebody unplugged us underneath the bleachers, and because of that, it caused the power to go out for the scoreboard. So we hope that we're back right now and back to go, as the score is 39-38. Grayson County hangs on to the 1-point advantage, but Connor Loy has caught fire in this quarter. He's 11 points, now 16 for the game for Adair County. So if you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions, we want to invite you and ask you to please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. If that's the best place for you to watch, please subscribe. And the best way to do that is, again, just hit that red button, and what will happen is you will get notified anytime we go live, and all of the broadcasts will be listed there. It's the best way to stay up to date with Cougar sports, and even you're going to get notified when the games go live. So please, if you've ever appreciated any of the broadcasts that we've done, we ask that you hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. It helps grow this Grayson County coverage of Cougar basketball. So again, please subscribe. That's all we're asking for. If you've ever appreciated, and listen, if you're an Adair County fan joining us today, we say welcome. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. We hope you're enjoying it. Subscribe, too. We appreciate it. There'll be opponents that you might be curious on seeing, and so on. It helps us out. Back to action we come out of the timeout. It's 39-38, 48.4 seconds to play here in this third quarter of play as River Blanton comes down the near side, and there's a touch foul going to be whistled on Pyatt for his first and the team's third. 39-38, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. It is Childress at the top of the key running for Grayson. Almost falls down with it. Off to the right side to Brothers with 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Out front to Horn. Bounce pass into Blanton on the left block. Blanton spins towards the baseline. Goes up. Shot's no good. Rebound inside. Brothers. Put back good for Camden Brothers inside the lane. That gives Grayson County the 3-point advantage with 18 seconds left in the third quarter. See if the Indians will hold for the final shot, and it appears that they will. Running the motion out front to Loy. Loy will do the handoff pass to Feast. Feast drives in, bounce pass inside, flip shot blocked, but a late foul whistled with 6.6 on the clock. Foul called on Brothers, his second, team's third. Free throws will come for Adair County. It'll be taken by Camden Burton. There's one guy that Grayson County wants to put at the free throw line for the Indians. It's Camden Burton. He's only 4 of 9 from the free throw line this season. First free throw is no good. Really, this team as a whole really shoots the free throw very well. Second free throw by Burton with 6.6 on the clock is no good. He misses them both. Rebounded by Adair County. Flip shot no good. River Blanton gets the rebound with 3 seconds. Blanton heaves it up. A half-court shot is no good at the buzzer. The end of the third quarter of play. It is Grayson County 41 and Adair County 38 as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Grayson County leads Adair County 41-38 as we start the fourth quarter of play here from Grayson County High School. This has been a phenomenal basketball game. I mean, it's just been a great game between these two teams. It's been Jack Logston for Grayson, Connor Loy for Adair County. Those that came and paid admission have gotten their money's worth without a doubt here in this game. It's a 3-point lead for Grayson. It'll be Adair County ball to start this fourth quarter of play. We have at least 8 minutes to go in this as Loy has it on the left wing. He drives down, pulls up, 10-footer, float near side. The floater is rebound, no good, but the rebound tapped off into the hands of Pyatt. Pyatt, his pass outside is knocked out of bounds off the hand of Feast. And the ball goes back to Grayson. 41-38, 7:41 to go in the fourth quarter. See if Grayson is probably still going to try and slow down the tempo, especially because the clock is working in their favor right now. Right side Childress. Adair wants to speed, which honestly the Cougars are fine with, but they really want to make this game a half-court game. Childress fakes the drive down the left side, bounce pass to Blanton on the left wing. Blanton backs it off now, and he's going to set up the offense for Grayson County. Gets a screen from Horn, quickly double teamed, a handoff to Childress. Childress at the left elbow, picks it up, spins it around out front now to Horn. Horn, bounce pass inside to Blanton on the left block, spins it around, shot is good, and he'll go to the free throw line after being fouled on the interior. Foul called on Pyatt, his second, team's fourth. Blanton to the free throw line where it has been a struggle this season, no other way to put it. River shooting 35% from the free throw line this year. He takes a deep breath before letting this one fly. The free throw is up, and it is no good. Rebounded on the interior by Loy for the Indians. Loy quickly moves up the far side of the floor. Adair trails by 5 points against Grayson with under 7 minutes to go. Bounce pass to the left block to Loy. Loy gets it around, flips it up, and the shot goes over top of the backboard, but free throws will come. See who the foul's whistled on. It's called on Logston, his second, team's fourth. Free throws will come for Loy. Loy is a very good free throw shooter. 91.4% on the season. As mentioned, he missed was one of 2, and he misses that one as well. He's now 1 of 3 in this game. Loy, good baseball player as well, hit .275 for the baseball team as that second free throw rattles in. 43-39, Grayson County on top, 6:50 left here in the fourth quarter. Logston picks up his dribble. He's got to break the timeline. Does to Haycraft on the right side. Crosses it to Horn, who has to jump high up to grab it on the left block. Horn spins it around, puts it on the floor. Basket good. Left side by Dylan Horn. It's his first basket of the game, but a really nice move by Dylan Horn. Darren Brees wants his Indians to speed up. Down the right side, Feast dumps it off to Loy on the left block. Loy on Haycraft, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, tapped off. Loy's second chance, no good. This time, it's tapped off into the hands of Childress. Childress hands it off to Blanton in transition, who's going to slow down and back it off. Blanton quickly double-teamed. He loses it, and a foul is going to be called, and that's going to be the reason he lost it, says the official Randy Chapman. Feast picks up the foul, his first, team's 5th. Carter White re-enters for Adair. It's a 6-point Grayson County lead. Left wing 3 by Logston. Good! Logston, another 3 for the 8th grader. He's having himself a game, and Grayson leads by 9 points. 5:57 to go. In the near corner, Coomer. Off to the right side to White. Picked up by Logston. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County. Left side, Coomer. Adair is slowing down here, which is what Grayson County wants to do. Bounce pass into Loy. Loy gets around Haycraft, pulls up 10 feet right side, too long. Horn gets the loose ball, taps it off to Blanton, who has it stripped and taken away by Loy. Loose ball picked up, though, by Blanton. And now a timeout is going to be taken by Travis Johnston. 5:26 to go. It is 48-39. Cougars lead as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Jack Logston has a new career high at 22 points. 5:26 left in the fourth quarter. It is 48-39. Grayson County leads Adair County. And then here's the thing for Grayson. They got to keep piling on this lead because free throws are a massive weakness for this team. And they're going to struggle to put away a game unless they can get a lead big enough to do so. Left wing Childress, he's double teamed, passes out front to Logston, who's had a really good game. Right side 3 by Haycraft, in and out. Blanton gets the loose ball, puts it up and in on the right side. Blanton's got 8 rebounds by my count, which is 2 off of 500 for his career. Straight away to Feast. Feast off to the right wing to Grant. Grant back to Feast. Feast bounce pass off to the left side. Getting around the defender. Back to Feast. Getting his hand in on it was Childress. Childress working 1-on-2. Flips it up right side. Basket no good, but he'll go to the free throw line. 2 free throws will come after being fouled by Adair County on the inside. Foul called on Feast. His second, team 6th. Braden Childress to the line. He is 0 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. And here's really, we're just going to put it down and we're going to put it as plain as simple as this, as Childress makes the first free throw. If Grayson County does that, it's going to be really hard for Adair to come back in this game. There's still a lot of time, 5 minutes, but if Grayson can make their free throws, it's going to be tough for them to lose the game. But if they start missing, Adair's a team that can really shoot it, and it'll be a tough game to put away as Childress makes the second free throw. Grayson County has the 13-point lead at 52-39, their largest lead of the game. Left wing Coomer thought about letting the 3 go. Passes off to the right side, driving in, back off to Loy in the far corner. Loy out front to Coomer. He'll take the 3 this time, and it's in and out. Rebound tapped off into the hands of Gilbert on the far side. 3 up. Gilbert puts in the 3. Gilbert's got 12 points in the game. It's a 10-point Grayson County lead. Longston fires a pass to Haycraft, who has his pass taken away. Loy weaves through, and a touch foul is going to be called. They're going to wave the shot off as a foul's called from about 10 feet away from the basket on Childress. That is his second, team's fifth. So it stays on the floor. 4:19 to go. Grayson on top by 10, 52-42. And a timeout is going to be taken by Adair County. I believe it's only going to be a 30-second timeout. You say a full or a 60? We'll see what it is. If it's a full, we'll take it with them. If it's a 60, we'll keep it here. We've still yet to see from the head official to see what it is. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:19 to go. 10-point Cougs lead. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking,
Grayson County defending against Adair County. It's left wing, three up by Gilbert is no good, short. Rebound tapped off, and it's rebounded on the floor by White. White jump pass off to the right side for Adair County as it's Grayson County on top, 52-42. 4 minutes to go here in this game. Driving around is Loy. Loy shot blocked on the inside by Horn. Into the hands of Childress for Grayson County. Childress almost falls down. He does, loses it, and it's off a handoff pass to Gilbert. And I think we had over and back was the whistle, is when Gilbert gave it, or when White gave it to Gilbert, Gilbert was still on behind the half-court line. And that's an over and back, and props to Randy Chapman, the official. He was right there on top of it to make the call. 52-42, Grayson County up by 10 points. Giving it into Horn. Horn on the right wing. Bounce pass to the right block to Blainton. Blainton fades it in. The shot's no good off to the right side, but Blainton will go to the free throw line. Foul whistled on Coomer. That is his third. Team seventh. Blainton to the free throw line. He will shoot two. First one is no good for River Blanton. It has been a struggle from the free throw line for River this season. And knowing what I know about River, he'd be the first person to tell you that. But right now it is in his head. And I'm not sure how to break it. Second one for River is good. He makes the free throw. And that ends a stretch of about 9 or 10 straight missed free throws dating back a couple of games. Adair County needs an answer. Out front. Now swinging it off to the right wing. Jump pass by Gilbert to Coomer. Coomer back to Gilbert. Gilbert's already got a couple of threes in this game. To Loy. Loy guarded by Haycraft. Crosses it to the left wing to White. He lets the three go. It's short. Rebounded by Logston for Grayson County. Logston trying to find help. Looking for it. And finally just is able to break the timeline on his own. Right side. He picks up his dribble one more time. Looking for help again. Spinning around. And he finds it with a bounce pass to Blainton. Blainton drives in. Euro step. Shots up. No good. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Barden. And River Blainton will go back to the free throw line. That is his second foul for Barden and the team's 8th. 2 more free throws coming for River Blainton. And let's hope that that last made free throw by River Blainton can give him some confidence in this game. Free throw by Blainton is no good, off to the right side. (53-42). Grayson still has the lead with 3:10 to go. Second free throw by Blainton is good. He makes that one. Cougars up by 12, 54-42. 3:10 to go. Adair County sent everyone back, and because of that, River Blainton goes splitting down. Haycraft steals it, and a foul is going to be called. What a weird play there as Adair County unintentionally, as Carter White's going to pick up the foul there. It's the team's ninth. Blanton will shoot, or Haycraft rather, will shoot one in the bonus. Haycraft on the season, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. But what happened there was Adair County, all 4 of their players went back into the half court, and all 4 of them then ran back towards the ball to get it. They passed it in, and River Blanton went diving after it and did a head first. He looked like a baseball, looked like Pete Rose sliding down the floor. It was like he was doing a slip and slide down the floor, and then the ball was taken away by Haycraft, and Haycraft was then fouled. He makes his first free throw. What a wild sequence of events. The second free throw by Haycraft, he makes them both. Grayson County starting to feel pretty good, up by 14 points, 56-42. 3 minutes to go. Bounce pass over to the far side, inside the lane, shot blocked on the inside. Blanton gets the loose ball for Grayson County. By Mike County's 1 rebound away from 500. Off to the right wing, Braden Childress. It's a 14-point Grayson County lead. The ball tapped off and out of bounds by Adair. Deflected out of bounds. And it's going to stay Grayson County basketball. 2:44 to go. 56-42. Now we have a whistle blown. Travis Johnson going to want the timeout with 2 minutes and 44 seconds to play here in this evening's game. It's been a great game here today, as both these teams were knotted up at 10 at the end of the first quarter of play. And at the half, Grayson County was up 26-18. But since that point, the Cougars have been able to kind of pull away, especially in this fourth quarter. So they've been able to hold Adair County to only 4 points in the fourth quarter of play, where they have added 15. So when you're outscoring a team in the fourth quarter 15-4, things have to be going very well for you if you are Grayson County. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here today on K105 and on K105 Digital Production. It's going to be a busy week next week as well. It's only just games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all next week. Every day we have a basketball game. We will be there with you. Monday we'll be at Owensboro for the Lady Cougars. On Tuesday we'll be with the Cougar boys as they face Warren East at Ohio County. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be at the Capeland Classic down at Edmondson County High School. So the Lady Cougars play at 11 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. across those 3 days before after Christmas we'll have the home holiday tournaments. Be Grayson County basketball out of the timeout to pass in, 56-42. Bounce pass into Blanton on the left side. Layup good, and he's fouled. Blanton gets the basket. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul called on Coomer, his 4th. Team's 10th. Langton to try and convert on the and one. It is no good off the back of the iron. Almost rebounded by Logston for Grayson County. Now a foul called at the half-court line, I believe whistled on Grayson County. It's called on Dylan Horn, his 3rd. Team 6th. 58-42, Grayson County on top, 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Cougars in good position right now. Lloyd drives down the right side, flips it off into the near corner to Grant. Outside 3, left wing, no good by Coomer. Rebound off into the hands of Coomer. Coomer backs it off over to the right wing to Lloyd. Bounce pass to Coomer on the left side, 2:20 to go. Adair County's got to hurry up as Lloyd has it at the free throw line. Lloyd drives in. Back outside to Coomer, 3 straight away is no good again. Rebounded, out of bounds off of Grayson. If Blanton would have been able to get that ball, that would have been his 500th career rebound by my count. 2:10 to go, 58-42. And now a whistle blown as the Adair County player's got to tie his shoes underneath the basket. It was Loy, he gets back up. Loy's a really nice player. They give it into him here in the near corner as he drives down the near baseline, gets around Haycraft. He's double-teamed. Bounce pass. Nice pass over to the far side. Hand off to Gilbert. 3 good for Dawson Gilbert. Great ball movement by Adair County to break the pressure from Grayson. Childress up the near side of the floor. He breaks the timeline, picks up his dribble out front to Blanton. Blanton drives in. No-look pass inside to Horn. Horn gets around the defender. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul called on Coomer. That'll be his 5th. And he will foul out without any points. And Pyatt will come in place of him. Dylan Horn will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the free throw is no good off the back of the iron. .147 to go. Cougs have the 13-point advantage. Horn's second free throw is good. He makes the second. Caden Hanshaw will enter the game in place of Dylan Horn. 59-45. Grayson County about to cross that 60-point mark, which again, under Travis Johnston, they are 32-2 when they score 60 points in a game. Loy at the left elbow, hands it off to Pyatt, who thought about the 3, drives in, kicks it off to the far corner. A 3 is up and good by Barden. Adair County trying to keep themselves in it. An 11-point lead they have. Into the middle to Blanton. He does a pass off to Logston. Logston, layup good. They break the press. Assist to Blanton. Layup good by Logston. 3 in transition. Good to answer for Gilbert. Back and forth. Gilbert has 3 threes in the quarter, and it is 61-51. A timeout is taken by Adair County in this game, but Travis Johnston's Grayson County Cougars have crossed the 60-point mark. When they score 60, Grayson County is 32-2 in games. Those 2 losses both came in overtime, one to Owensboro and one to McLean County. 2 really good teams each of the times that those 2 times that happened. You're up by 10 points in this one. You got to feel pretty good, but here's the thing for Grayson. We talked about it a few minutes ago. You got to find a way to make your free throws here. It's been a struggle for Grayson for the past couple of seasons. You make your free throws, you pretty much can't lose this game. And if Adair County somehow comes back and you make your free throws and you tip your cap and you say, hey, that's a heck of a comeback. 1:18 to go. Cougars are up by 10 points. Childress has got to get it in, gives it into Logston. He's trapped on the baseline. He spins around, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Hanshaw. Grayson's got to get it across now. Quickly moving up the far side does Hanshaw, and his bounce pass is kicked by Adair County. That was a good call as it was kicked there by Barden. 1:07 to go. Cougars got to break this 10-second clock. Childress scans twice, gives it into Logston, who has it up on the far side of the floor. Logston is bumped from behind, no whistle. Bumped a second time, no whistle again. Over to Childress, and he is going to be fouled by Grant. For Grant, that's his first. 1 minute to go, 61-51. 2 free throws will come for Braden Childress. Childress is 2 of 4 in this game. He missed his first 2, made his last 2. Childress stares down the rim, lets it fly, can't get the shooter's roll. 61-51, Grayson County still hangs on to the advantage. It's been a really good game. After the Cougars have lost 4 straight, got to be pretty happy with this performance tonight. Second free throw by Childress is short, no good. Rebounded by Adair County. Quickly moving goes Pyatt. Bounce pass into the near corner. The Indians got to start thinking about 3, and there's a deep 3. Loy makes it deep on the left side. It's a 7-point game. Grayson missed both of their free throws, and it allows Adair to have really the 5-point swing. Logston, like a baseball player, finds Blanton on the left side, and he's fouled on the inside by Pyatt. And listen, that's a really good foul by Pyatt. That was going to be an easy layup by Blanton. He got him with the body, and Blanton struggled from the free throw line. It's a good foul. Make him earn his 2 points. Blanton gets 2 free throws. First one for the senior is no good. Blanton now 2 of 7 from the free throw line in this game. He's got 14 points, and you can make that 15 as he gets 1 of 2 Timeout on the floor taken by Travis Johnston. It is an 8-point Grayson County lead with 38.5 seconds to go here in this game. Cougars wanted the timeout as Grayson's trying to snap the 4-game losing streak. They haven't won since the second game of the season back on the 1st of December. It's been over 2 weeks. It's probably one of these situations where Travis Johnson's going to start thinking about some offense-defense substitutions. Travis Johnson's words to his team, it might have even picked up on the microphone because it was pretty loud. 2 words, don't foul. 62-54, 38.5 seconds. They're going to pass it into the other inbounder, and Blanton crossed over the line. And they're going to call a delay of game called against Grayson County because what happened is that they passed to the other inbounder, which is a legal play. Sent another man in, and Blanton just was imagining he was guarding and made contact with the player. I mean, it was a good, smart play by Adair County, and Blanton was just playing defense. Deep 3 by Pyatt. Good! Pyatt hits in the deep 3, and it is a 5-point game. Given into Logston, and Logston is fouled. 24.7 seconds to go. Adair County only trails by 5 points. Jack Logston to the free throw line. He's one of Grayson County's better free throw shooters, 68.2%. Last year he was at about 75. He is 1 of 1 in this game. He will shoot 2. Cougars are up by 5 points. Logston tries to make it 6, and he will not. That's the thing. Like I said, Grayson makes their free throws, and this is not even a 5-point game. This has got to be something that's got to be fixed for Grayson. There's just no other way to put it. Second free throw for Logston is good. He makes that one. It's a 6-point game. 63-57, 20 seconds to go. Loy has it straight away off to Pyatt. Pyatt drives down the right side, and the layup, no good. Left short, rebound is loose, and Loy's got it. I think we're going to have a jump ball. That's the right call. And possession's heading towards Grayson with 14.2 seconds to go. It's one of these things here, if you're Johnston too, you almost want to look at the bench and say, hey, who's going to make their free throws in this situation? 63-57, 14.2 seconds on the clock. Horn will trigger in. He gives it into Blanton, and Blanton is fouled by Barden. That'll be his 3rd. Blanton will go back to the line. 3 of 9. All coming in this quarter. 63-57. I mean, Blanton knocks both of these down, and that might all but do it with 13.1 on the clock. Free throw is good. Blanton makes the first one. 64-57. That makes it now a 3-possession game. One of those 2 was critical. And now here's the situation for Grayson. Just don't foul. That's the biggest thing here. Second one for Blanton is no good. Long rebounded by Blanton for Grayson. Blanton, and we're going to have a jump ball called. And by my count, that is 500 career rebounds for River Blanton. We'll have to go back and count them afterwards. I'll have to make sure with the official stats after the game, but I believe that is 500. He needed 10, and that would be 10 right there. 7 seconds to go. Driving down is Loy at the right elbow. Cross it off to the left wing with 3 seconds. Pyatt's shot is no good. At the buzzer, the floater inside the lane is no good. Grayson County wins and snaps the 4-game losing streak by a final score of 64-57. What a win for Grayson County, taking down a 6-2 team from the 5th region. We'll come back, jump into the 5th quarter show after this, as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are winners against Adair County by a final score of 64-57. They snap their 4-game losing streak. Jack Logston finishes with a career-high 25 points in the win. River Blanton adds 16 right behind him, 8 each for Childress and Haycraft. And Cougars needed a win, and they came away and they picked up one against a really solid Adair County team. And I think everybody's got to be really, really happy. Again, we're going to try and confirm during the post-game show here, but I believe, too, River Blanton also picked up his 500th career rebound tonight. I think he needed 10 coming into the game, and by my count, again, a very unofficial count, I had him with 10. We're going to try and combine some stats and see what we can't see if River Blanton did come up with the 10 rebounds today to pick up his 500th career rebound. Again, your final score tonight, Grayson County picks up the 64-57 win. Coming up on the 5th quarter show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, run down the scores from around the region and the scoring from this game. Cougs win 64-57. We'll come back and have more after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground together.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, right? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Yeah, okay.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the fifth quarter show on K105. Sam Warbley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. And Coach, I was talking with your brother before the game, Brett, assistant coach, and we were just chatting about the game and so on, and I kind of mentioned and said that Jack had been just a little off. Not that he'd been playing bad, but he hadn't had since that first game against Breck the really big offensive performance. And it's almost if he was listening and wanted to tell me to just shove it, because Jack was incredible tonight. I think they had 5 of 6 from 3, 25 points. He was doing whatever he wanted, and I mean, you got to be really proud with that effort. Really, offensively as a whole, 64 points.
Yeah, scoring 64. That's kind of our magic number is that 60 mark.
33-2 now.
Yeah, and that's a credit to our defense, because we usually play pretty good defense. And again, like I said, that's kind of our magic number that we try to get to. And Jack, we don't have to have him to get 25. It's nice to have that, but we need him to be more aggressive. He's tried to be just a shooter instead of a scorer, and he's not. He's a good shooter, but he's not number one on that other team who's going to stand out there and make 50% or
he's not Keegan Sharp.
Yeah, exactly. He's a scorer, and he's obviously got to get stronger to where he can get to a spot a little bit better. But he got left open when they tried to do their pressure and stuff, and knock on wood, I think when teams try to press us, I think we're usually pretty good as long as we don't get too sped up to get good looks, and I thought we were able to do that.
I thought defensively, you give up 57 points. They get a couple of threes down the stretch, but I thought, Loy kind of lost his mind in that third quarter of play, but I thought Landon Haycraft really on him for the most part. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Landon did great.
If
there's a player of the game, Landon's player of the game. I think he ended up with 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and he guarded a 23-point per game score, a 1,000-point score as a sophomore
really
already.
Really good.
Yes, and
smooth.
Landon was fantastic, and like I said, we don't have to have those numbers out of him, but he kind of set the tone defensively for us, getting up on him and making sure that he had to work for everything that he got. And it kind of reminds me of course, I'm a big Kansas fan. I don't know if you know, they won the national title last year.
I've forgotten about that. Aren't they? Isn't that going to get pulled away, though, because of the NCAA stuff?
But it reminds me of their point guard, the Harris kid, who doesn't score a lot, but he sets the tone defensively, and that's what Landon can bring to us, and I think that's what his role can be, and he played fantastic.
We could keep – I thought just as a whole, your team you needed a win. You mentioned on Tuesday, and we talked about it pregame as well, must-win mindset. Yeah. And I think for the most part, you saw that from your team. Now, do you think that, and I know that even you mentioned it, and Brett was telling me the same thing, that the last 2 days of practice were your best 2 in a while, maybe the best 2 all season. Do you think your team is now seen, well, if we play with a must-win attitude and we practice really well, we can beat good teams? Do you think they've learned that?
Yeah, I think so. And I told them in there they didn't have Adair County, you can look at it and say, well, they played this team, that team. That's a good team. That's a really good basketball team. They're well coached. They have a go-to guy. They got shooters on the outside. They're big enough to compete. And 6-2, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're 6-2, you're a pretty good team. And that was a really good win for us. And you play how you practice, and I do think that part of that was my fault. I don't think we practiced as hard, and part of that was due to the fact the first week of the season we went Monday practice, then we went play, practice, play, practice, play, off, practice, play, and I tried to give more rest. But these are young kids, and they're very athletic, and they don't get tired very easy. So we need to make sure we can go shorter practices, but we need to make sure we're going harder in practice. That way we can carry that over.
When they get old like us, they'll tire a lot easier. Next week, you've got I love holiday tournaments. I don't really know how you feel about them as a whole. I like it because, especially for you all, in a couple of cases this year, you're playing teams that, one team next week that you're going to play, there is a 0% chance that you'd probably ever play them except for a holiday tournament. In Chattanooga School of Arts and Sciences, I think is the correct thing. And you know a little bit about them now. They're really talented. On the second day of it, Caverna, who is not what some people would think of Caverna. They're a really solid team from the 5th region as well this year.
Adair County the other night.
They did. Got a couple really good players. And then you got Warren East, which we will be with you for we'll be with you once next week, and it'll be on Tuesday against Warren East, who I know has one player who's averaging, I think, 32 a game.
Yeah, he's really good.
I didn't realize that. I hadn't followed them as much, and I looked, and I was like, whoa.
They also got the kid to move back there that was at Catholic, the big kid Barber.
Correct.
He's back
Forgot
over
about
there
him.
too. Yeah.
But holiday tournament, just different than the one that'll be after Christmas. You know you're playing those 3 teams.
Yeah.
How does your team take those 3 games, kind of dealing with all of that? It's kind of similar to the South Warren tournament where you knew you were going to play, what was it, Clay, Logan, and there was one, South Warren.
Yeah.
How does your team take that next week and to hope to, go 3-0 in those games before hosting your own?
Yeah, we need to come out with the mindset that we had tonight, and it's not easy to do that. You find out who is tough, and what teams are the tougher teams and what guys are the tougher guys whenever you play those holiday tournaments in 3 games in 3 days. And obviously you need a little bit more production from your bench. You need a little more depth, and I do think we have that. But we got a chance to get 3 wins, and we just need to keep grinding and have that same mindset. We've talked about 3 things the last 2 days, and it's have a purpose, have desire, and then have some passion playing. And we talked about how you have to have all 3 of those things to be successful, and everybody has to have all 3 of them. And I thought we played with a lot more fire, a lot more passion, and I thought we had a purpose tonight, which was we need to win this game.
Coach, I appreciate it. We won't talk about free throws tonight, and we
it's
can enjoy
it's the only negative thing. So
we're going to stay positive tonight, and we'll talk on Tuesday as you play Warren East. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
That's head coach Travis Johnston. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I'm William Shatner, and I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your
Lake's Best Mix K105.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County picks up the win tonight, 64-57 against Adair County. We'll try to see if we can't find a quick score or two from around the region to find you, as Grayson County is the winner. Final score in boys basketball: Owensboro defeats Apollo 80-46. That is a final. Boys Bowling Green on top of Greenwood by 20 points at the end of the third quarter. Monroe leads Metcalf 50-36 at the end of three. Barron on top of Allen County Scottsville by 6 points at the end of the third quarter of action. Warren Central leads DeSales 34-28. That score is at the half. Let's try and see if we can't find any other ones. Owensboro Catholic on top of Davis County 32-31 at the end of the third quarter, is Davis County giving the Aces all they want. And in boys basketball at the half, Todd County leads Edmondson 20-16. Grayson County's a winner, 64-57. We'll come back, have more after this, and wrap it up, as this is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Cougar Den, Grayson County a winner against Adair County 64-57. Running down the scoring from this one, first for the Indians of Adair County. Connor Lloyd led the way with 20 points, 18 from Dawson Gilbert, 6 for Blaine Martin, 5 for J.B. Pyatt, 4 each for Lane Grant and for Carter White. For Grayson County, they were led by Jack Logston, a career-high 25 points, 16 from River Blainson, 8 each for Braden Childress and Landon Haycraft, 3 for Dylan Horn, and 2 for Caden Hanshaw. Cougars snapped the 4-game losing streak, proved to 3-4 on the season. We'll take this time quickly to just talk about next week, as we will have games every single day. Monday will be with the Lady Cougars at Owensboro. That'll be a 7:30 tip-off. On Tuesday, we'll be at Ohio County as the Cougar boys will face Warren East at 1:30. On Wednesday and Thursday, there'll be 11 a.m. games for the Lady Cougars, and then on Friday, the Lady Cougars will play at 2. Those are the games next week. We'll be sure to keep you posted as it continues. Cougars win tonight, 64-57. Want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your director was Jaden Kinney, and your camera operator was Trey Cook. So tonight, where the Cougars snapped the 4-game losing streak with a 64-57 win, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.